Good afternoon and welcome to Storytime. My name is Megan Ross and I am the Director of Religious Education and Engagement here at West Shore Unitarian Universalist Church. And I'm so glad you're here with me today. Did you know that just a few days ago we had International Women's Day? It was on March 8th and it's a day to celebrate all of the accomplishments of amazing women. Our story today comes from a picture book and has a heroine named Elizabeth. Listen closely while I tell you the story of the paper bag princess. Let's take a look at our underlay. It's a very dark blue, almost an indigo. Who remembers what our indigo promise is? That's right. Insist on freedom, justice, and peace for all beings. Let's see what else we have. Oh, look, I have a princess and a prince. I think we're ready to begin now. This is Elizabeth, and she was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She loved to show off all of her beautiful gowns, and she was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon came and smashed her castle and burned up all of her clothes with his fiery breath. And then the dragon swooped up Prince Ronald and took him away. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get her prince back. But when she looked around, she noticed that all of her clothes had burnt up, and the only thing that she had to put on that wasn't burned was an old paper bag. She put the paper bag on and she followed the dragon, and he was pretty easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave that had a large door with a big knocker on it. Elizabeth came up and knocked on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out. And the dragon said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." And he slammed the door in Elizabeth's face. Well, Elizabeth grabbed the door knocker and banged again. And the dragon once again stuck his nose out and he said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait, wait," shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Well, why, yes," said the dragon. "And is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge breath. And he breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. "Oh, fantastic," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed up so much fire that he burnt up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. That dragon didn't have enough fire left to even cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you could fly around the whole world in just 10 seconds? "Why, yes," said the dragon, and he jumped up and he flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Amazing! Do it again!" And around he went. And then he did it again, but this time a little bit slower. And when he got back, he was so tired that he laid down and went to sleep. Elizabeth went to the dragon and whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." But the dragon didn't move at all. So then she went over and lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside and said, "Hey, dragon!" But the dragon was so tired that he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened up the door to the cave, and there was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and he said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes and your hair is all tangled and you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." And they didn't get married after all. And that is the end of our story. And now I have some wondering questions for you. I wonder if Elizabeth was afraid when she went up and knocked on that dragon's door. I wonder what questions I would ask a dragon. I wonder what you think of Prince Ronald. And lastly, I wonder which of our Unitarian Universalist promises you think about when you hear this story. You can take these wondering questions and think about them to yourself, or maybe share them with a friend or with your favorite stuffy. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.